went there. At 6:15, I got a call from Josie. And Josie said, look, I have a problem with corporate clearance. Okay, it's 6:15. Our Exco meeting is at 7. And before we even went into the Aware Center, reporters were all over the place. Okay, they were pushing us, and there's really no space given to us. If we had gone into the Exco meeting and we came out and said, sorry, nobody wants to be president, imagine what that would have done to Aware as a women's organization. They will say these women don't know what they're doing, they can't even organize themselves. So it is to Josie's credit that she took up the baton, she stepped up to the task and took it. And what was in her mind, probably, it could be something that she could work out with her employer. And then to her horror, DBS just unilaterally made an announcement to say that she has breached her contract, she has gone against instructions. You know, okay, sorry, I don't want to jeopardize Josie's position.
Can I just clarify and it's just sum up what we have here? Okay. So, Josie, you did tell the bank that there's a possibility that by evening you would become president. But on talking point, when you said that there were no plans, you were the last woman standing, and you gave in, that was because you were bound by the conditions set by your bank that you can't talk about it? Was that what happened? I mean, we are trying to understand this because we're writing a story and it's going to several places. We just need to get the points clarified. Thanks.
Okay, this will be the last question because I've just received the latest update. This thing has blown out of proportion. Okay, the police are there right now at Aware Center, and Shoot Lee, our center manager, was raved and raving and is shouting and just refusing to let the vendor replace the security locks. And the old guards, many of the old guards are on the way there. I believe there's going to be a fight. So I think, I'm so sorry, I think we have to call, make an end to the press conference.
Can a couple of you please stay back because we have certain questions which you all haven't answered, and in the interest of transparency we really need answers to it. We don't want to be accused of misquoting or not, giving a one-sided story. Okay, I have some related questions which I believe are very important. I'm Radha from the Straits Times, by the way, so I would be very grateful if a couple of you at least can stay back and address our questions. And yes, we would also want to know what's happening at the Aware office. I'm told you all sent someone to change locks, and I just got an SMS, and that is a third question I have.
This access security matter was discussed at the first executive committee meeting. Yeah, chaired by Claire. Basically, we went to look at the premises. There are padlocks on all the doors, and there's no proximity card system and so on. So we have concerns about the security about the place. And for information, the staff members each hold many keys. Altogether, there are 60 keys to the premises floating around among the staff. So it was really a matter of concern for the new executive committee as to the security of the place. So we actually talk about making sure that the premises are well secured. And as you know, it is common nowadays for officers to install proximity card systems so that you know who goes in and out of the premises, and to secure the rest of the premises.
Okay, that's fine, thank you. Josie, I wanted to clarify one thing. Right at the beginning in your opening statements, you mentioned that Aware was a single objective organization. Were you referring to it being pro-lesbian and gay, and that was its only agenda over the past few years? When you began your talk, you said Aware is a single objective organization.
No, that's what I said. You must not make specific of a general statement I made.
I don't quite understand that. So if you can explain. I have a second question too, if you want to attempt that first. I think my colleague here tried to ask it of Dr. Theo and all of you. Many of you have said that because of the sexuality program and as being mothers, you wanted to come into Aware and do something about it. Why did you not set up your own group? Why did you have to come into Aware and fix what you perceive to be a wrong? Because I'm sure there are many mothers in Singapore, and I'm one of them, who believe that in an inclusive society, and it's okay to have sexuality programs that let children have an open mind, particularly because MOE also runs its many other sexuality programs as well as the Children's Society.
I think, there is definitely diversity of views on homosexuality, but there's one unity of views. That is, please be honest, do not fudge the message. Do not operate under deception. No smoke screen. If this is the key agenda, come up and say it. But don't fudge it under the Constitution, which is to push for the cause of all women in Singapore, all women. And if you want, you can take a look at the Constitution. It is for all women. And I think I would like Maureen to talk a little bit more about CEDAW.
Okay, you know that...
Sorry, the other question about why you all didn't set up your own organization.
Can I answer that? Can I explain?
Can
I explain, please? You see, Aware has always been involved in doing the shadow report for CEDAW, which is submitted to the United Nations Committee. There is a report which is submitted by the Singapore government, and that CEDAW report is being chaired on the national level by Mrs. Yofu Yishun. Okay. There is a shadow report that is submitted by advocacy groups. Okay. So in Singapore, that shadow report is actually an area where Aware is very active in. And Aware works closely with the SCWO. Yes. Actually, they come under the umbrella of SCWO. And what happened is, in fact, during the preparation of the shadow report, there were certain clear differences that surfaced between the SCWO and Aware. Yeah. So, and there was even talk of submitting 2 shadow reports, one by the SCWO and one by Aware. And that is something which we have been trying to gain access to. We have asked, as the new executive committee, to have a look at the shadow report that has been prepared by Aware. And in the President's report tabled at the AGM on 28th of March, Constance Singham, in her report, said that the shadow report should be completed by March 2008, which is 1 year ago. So when we asked to see the report, we were told, oh, there's a typo error in the President's report. It should be 2009. And now we are into April. And when we asked for the report, we were referred to Bremer. And Bremer says it's still not ready. So we said, fine, if it is not ready, can you give us the working drafts? And instead of replying to us, she went to the press and said that we wanted to remove her and so on. Up till today, we have not yet appointed the coordinator for the CEDAW committee. Under the Constitution, the subcommittee actually were under the old Exco, by effluxion of time ceased to exist, right? So that means